turn your engine off. Pull up the handbrake. Pull on the bonnet release lever and open the bonnet. Open the oil fill plug. This will increase the oil flow when performing an oil change. In order to drain your vehicle, you must first lift the front section of your car. This will enable you to access the drain nut. Lift the front of your vehicle and put it into axle stance. If the front plastic crankcase is present, you should now remove it to have full access to the drain nut. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, racing your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. Take off the crankcase using a flathead screwdriver, removing all of the holding screws. Don't forget to place a used oil collector beneath. You can learn how to make one by watching another of our videos, how to make a collector for liquids. Using a 13mm spanner, unscrew the drain nut. Start the process with a wrench and finish off by hand. Be careful on the last few turns of the screw. The oil may suddenly squirt out. Let the oil flow out for around 10 minutes. During this time, remove the drain seal using a thin flathead screwdriver. Replace the drain seal with a new one. Then screw the drain nut back in. Start by hand. Then finish off using a wrench, without being overzealous, of course. When performing an oil change, it is necessary to replace the oil filter. Access to the oil filter is done from underneath the engine compartment. To avoid letting the oil inside the filter from flowing out, place a collector for liquids under it. Loosen the oil filter. If you're unable to do this by hand, you can release it with an oil filter wrench. If the filter remains stuck, watch our video unscrewing a blocked oil filter. Remove the oil filter. When released, turn it upwards to avoid spilling any oil. With a new filter in hand, lightly coat the seal with oil on the screwed side. This will help avoid too much friction between the seal and the engine block. Friction can reduce the seal's water tightness. Coating with oil also facilitates assembly. Rescrew the filter until you feel contact. When this happens, take it fully in your hand and add an additional half turn to tighten. Now, you have to put the oil back into the motor. You have to be very careful and precise when doing this part of the job. Firstly, lower your car back to the ground and check the oil level. This is something that can only be done when the vehicle is flat. Now, add the oil into the engine. Begin by putting 90% of the suggested amount. This will leave you a large enough margin to adjust the level of oil appropriately. You can find the exact amount of oil suggested for your car in the description of the tutorial. Close the oil fill plug. Start the engine and let the car run for 5 seconds. This will fill the oil filter. Remove the oil gauge and wipe it down. Plunge it back into its sheath. Remove it again and check the oil level. The optimal level is near the maximum, but be careful never to go over it. Based on the level indicated on the gauge, readjust to obtain the optimum amount. Operation completed.